today, this rant is about give credit is due to people, and when they prove you wrong, just admit you're wrong. Today is Friday, January 3rd, 2025. I just want to say I don't know if he's going to win the Super Bowl, but I want to say this about a player that was a 32nd pick of the draft a couple years back. I believe the year was 2019 draft, if I'm not mistaken. And there were more than a few quarterbacks picked ahead of him, in the sense that it looks bad right now, the fact that besides Josh Allen, no one's on that same team. Now, at the same time, I must say that a few of them I don't know, it was a 2018 draft, my bad. A few of them have had good careers, but how many of them are still with the same team? And that's a problem. That's a problem that the teams were wrong in their draft, whether the guy became good or not. You want to say whatever. But Lamar Jackson was looked at specifically from a Hall of Fame GM who built two great teams, by the way. Bill Polian, who said he should switch to wide receiver. And he didn't. He went by his guts. He played quarterback. And Lamar Jackson became a two-time MVP as of now. And he might win his third one this year. Depends on if it's him or Josh Allen. I think they're the two front runners. But this guy has better statistics than Josh Allen. But at the same time, Josh Allen... Oh, wow, it's windy. Josh Allen has more wins, and at the same time, the expectations for the Bills were to fall off a little bit after getting rid of their best receiver from a year ago, and they haven't fell off at all. And you got to give Josh Allen credit, and if Josh Allen wins MVP, he's earned it. He's earned it as well. And I have to give credit to Lamar Jackson for his career he's had so far, that he's able to throw. Now, is he a better runner than thrower? You could say that, and that's fine. But this guy throws 30-plus touchdowns every year. You want to say, oh, the rules? Whatever. He's playing by the rules. He's been a great quarterback since he came into the league. And everybody just wants to, say other things. Now, obviously, the goalpost moves farther as far as, at the end of the day, it's about winning a Super Bowl. In any sport, it's about championships. And then you play to win. He's definitely won in the regular season. There's no doubt about it. But people want to say, I've heard people just say, he's not trustworthy, he's not this, he's a great talent. No. Everyone's a great talent in the National Football League. Tyrod Taylor's a great talent, but he's not as good as those guys. He's a journeyman quarterback, Tyrod Taylor. He's had a nice career, he's made a lot of money for an average human being out there. Good for him. Congratulations. But he's not Lamar Jackson whatsoever. Lamar Jackson's a great talent, but at the same time, he's a great player. Enough with this great talent. He's a great player because he's won 2 MVPs. The Ravens are contenders every year because of him. He's the main reason why, and it's obvious. And you got to give credit to what he's done. I mean, some people have told me, I got to give credit to his career. Maybe he's not Josh Allen. Maybe he's not Patrick Mahomes. Of course, he's not Patrick Mahomes according to the most people. But I have to say this, in life, you just got to give credit and say you're wrong when you're wrong. I didn't expect Lamar Jackson to win MVPs. I expect him to be, when I saw him play, I said, he's going to be a starter for 5-10 years. And by the way, you never know in this world, because you never know with the injuries, but I didn't expect him to be a Hall of Famer. This guy's going to go to the Hall of Fame one day. Because especially if you win a third MVP. Now, name me a guy that won 2 MVPs and not in the Hall. It's very hard because these accolades, even if you have 2 or 3 years, these accolades are too much to overlook. Terrell Davis, I think, was in the league MVP as a running back in the day when the game was totally different. And he was a Super Bowl MVP as well, a 2-time champion, a big reason why John Elway got over the hump. But at the same time, he's in the Hall. He didn't have a long career as a running back. If you look at his numbers in his career, to tell you the truth, in the totality of career, did he look like he looked like he just played in the league. He doesn't look like a Hall of Famer, but those accolades and those recognitions of what he did puts you in the Hall. If Terrell Davis is going in the Hall, I think Lamar Jackson's an obvious Hall of Famer already. And you just got to give credit where credit's due. Now, everybody wants to look at other players like they have not won the MVP totally. And fine, they have doubts in them, including Josh Allen. People have doubts. But everybody's got to stop and just say, if you're not Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady, you're the worst. It isn't. And one more topic I like to go by about who the best and who's the GOAT and who's this in sports, specifically when it comes to quarterbacks. At the end of the day, it's who the greatest of all time is more of a consensus about what people think. It's very subjective. It's not objective thinking. Obviously, we're not going to say the best quarterback of all time is Shaq Pennington. Shout out to him. But nobody. We're not saying that. But you can make a case for literally 15 quarterbacks in the history of the game, and everybody says, "Well, that was the 1930s." So what? That's part of history. I don't care what you tell me. And by the way, statistics were different back then. Otto Graham, there were Johnny U. I mean, you can name Dan Fouts. You can name, like, statistically, Fran Tarkenton, Dan Marino. You can say, well, statistically, if it's about statistics, then Dan Marino, Fran Tarkenton are, like, the best for their time, because what they did statistically for their time is incredible. It's ridiculous what they did. But you want to say, like, you can make an argument, and then you go, but they didn't win a Super Bowl. They didn't win this. They didn't win that. And I don't even know. I don't know who won. I think Bart Starr won 5. Nobody talks about 5 championships when it comes to Bart Starr. It's a very subjective thing. Obviously, since the Super Bowl era, everybody wants to think that football started when the Super Bowl started, which isn't true. But at the same time, that's all we know. Let's be honest. That's all we're going to go when it comes to history. We talk about Super Bowl 1 to now. I don't even know what Super Bowl we're up to. We're up to too many Super Bowls already because time is going by way too fast, to tell you the truth. But you look at, like, great quarterbacks. I mean, it's Tom Brady. And you want to say, well, everybody go, well, look at his team. Look at his supporting cast. Yeah. I mean, welcome to how it works. And a tip ball, a bad call by Pete Carroll / the offense coordinator, I believe his name was Pavel, if I'm not mistaken. Was that his name? Was a stupid call not to give it to Marshawn Lynch at the 1-yard line. Yeah, that affects you. That affects you in being the title of the GOAT, the greatest to ever live, and or not. It's irrelevant. I mean, but at the same time, it's not irrelevant. It's like, oh, he got lucky here. Yeah, but that affects you. 1 inch affects your career. Malcolm Butler made an interception. Tom Brady's not even on the field. And you could even argue that game, the Seattle Seahawks were the better team. I think a lot of people would say that. It's not crazy to say that for sure. But guess what? They won. And Tom Brady's got more Super Bowls. Tom Brady was 13-3. He didn't do much against the Rams. And then playoff games like against the Raiders, it started his career. And every little, the tuck rule. And if the tuck rule didn't happen, who knows if Tom Brady's even starting the next year? Who knows? But at the same time, this is the way the career went. And 1 inch, one tiptoe by Santonio Holmes, I mean, that was a great catch. There's a difference between you being a champion, you being a bigger legend, or a smaller legend. Welcome to how it works. It's very subjective. And welcome, that's life. Life isn't fair. And if you want to make, like, the reason about other sports, oh, Steve Kerr hit the shot, Kyrie hit the shot. But yeah, that affects you. Ray Allen. Yeah, welcome to how it works. And they say, but that wasn't him. That wasn't the guy who you're talking about. So, it's fun to argue. It's definitely fun to argue. But at the same time, it's all subjective, and you can make an argument in like basketball for probably, I would say like 8, 9 guys, 10 guys, maybe more, who the best player to ever live is. But the consensus says Mike. The consensus says Tom Brady in football. And that's just how it is. Welcome to life. Life is in fear that, Malcolm Butler made the pick. Life is in fear that the Tuck rule happened. Yeah, that's how it works. It's too bad. All right. See you later. Have a great day. Follow me on Rumble at RAF26 and subscribe to me on YouTube. Have a great day.